Legendary TV. Name is Phil Legend, emphasis on the legend. And today is the day for all those Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Meat writers out there. Ash versus Yugi. Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh! It's been a long time coming. I've been thinking about this ever after the Dante versus Clive fight, cause oh man, how are they gonna make this work? Oh man. Now, like in terms of like first impressions, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Might win this one. Considering that, I remember some parts of the anime where he's about to lose, he brings up that one trump card right out of his butt. Like, it's insane. It might be the same thing for here, you know? Oh man, I'm so excited for this one, and right off the bat, the animation's decent. Oh man, I'm so hyped. Let me just simmer it down a bit.
Right, Pikachu?
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh. Okay, so there's somebody monsters here.
Versus.
I mean, I knew that, but because I remember like in Yu-Gi-Oh, I think the summons were like holograms. I guess they're just making it real from this one, but
Yugi-Moto.
The biggest question from the playground: Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job
Okay,
to
so
analyze
it'll
their
be like
weapons,
Pokemon
armor,
versus
and skills to find out who would win a death
or
battle.
maybe like a 3v1. Like Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Digimon, something like that.
This is a big episode. Just look at how long it is. So thanks to our
yeah, like
sponsor,
30
Mad
minutes.
Mushroom, for helping us make it happen.
Yeah, go check out Mad Mushroom's newest game, Night Swarm. It just launched and it's all about action.
Collect companions and claim your throne as Vampire Lord in this survivor-like and roguelike RPG.
Hey.
Double the like.
Each run is another step on your journey to wipe out hordes, find new followers, unlock new quests, and look cool while doing it. Look at that gear.
Night Swarm is on Steam now and 15% off for a limited time.
I think my little brother might
Hello
be
there.
that.
Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
All the kids get their first one at age 10. If you don't sleep in like Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash wanted to be a Pokemon master.
Man, I gotta be so honest with you. I remember watching like the Pokemon shows like in Cartoon Network, man. Indigo League, Black and White, XYZ, that kind of stuff. I remember watching the Pokemon movies too. And yes, I grew up watching Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! That's it's crazy. Brother's like 10 for the past like 25 years. So crazy to think about. You would think that Ash would be like somewhere like 13. But nah. All those shows and movies is like within a few months within each other. Like, yeesh. Okay. A champion of Alola, a world coronation series monarch. Okay, Pokedex, phone, Z Power Ring, Z Crystals, Dynamax Band, Mega Glove, Lucario Knight. I'll learn that later. Rainbow Wing. Oh man, so many likes here. Pokemon battles, training, catching, leagues, summer camps, contests, showcases, movies, race, ping pong, sumo wrestling, eating contests, and Pokeringer, or also whichever Pokegirl companion you watch. Pokegirl. You know, I'm not even gonna research that. I'm just gonna move on.
Though he didn't really know what that meant yet.
How about taking down your rivals to be the very best, like no one ever was? Better than Gary and his dumb groupies.
Well,
Gary.
Ash knew he'd find his answers at the Pokemon League tournament.
So Oak hooked him up with the electric mouse,
Pikachu.
And went, he's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu was a lot. The new duo had a rocky start,
But then, like,
after
right
an
off the
intense
bat.
first day together, the rest, as they say, is history.
25 seasons, over 1,200 episodes, and the cornerstone of 2000s
like more than One
culture.
Piece.
Ash
And they say like One Piece like the longest anime. Have you not been watching Pokemon, brother? I mean, it's like chopped up in different shows, but still, if you're gonna watch all the Pokemon shows in one go, that's 1,200. God damn.
spent decades as a 10-year-old on the great Pokemaniac journey.
We should note, we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the original games that inspired it.
Ash is equipped with tons of Pokeballs and an all-knowing Pokedex. That's also a Pokemon, but in a fight, Ash usually chooses Pikachu. Give the yellow red enough voltage and you'll regret it. Even ground types that would be immune to electric attacks in the games can't stop what this Pikachu dishes out.
Yet somehow Ash is just fine after repeatedly getting zapped by this same electricity. Over time, Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt! The perfect
Ash is like a
attack for
different
outgoing
breed, of
flamboyant
course.
thieves and air balloons. Looks like they're blasting off again.
So clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow they used thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee!
Speaking
Why
of
wasn't
fast,
this in the
Pikachu
game? That's
has
kinda
intercepted
cool,
lightning,
you know?
but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, opting for big damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the great philosophers put it, if it works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new allies. Misty, Brock, Serena, just to name a few. Underneath the
it's a lot.
stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just collecting dust in a shiny hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like
That's kinda
Bulbasaur
tough, I
and
ain't gonna
Torterra
lie.
induce status effects and heal with synthesis.
But Sceptile's a menace. Yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this leaf blade, Smeargle victim! Or that's what I would say if Tobias did an action replay of frickin' Latios. Give my man a win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They didn't write the show.
They just get me heated. Almost as much as Infernape's Flare Blitz. Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroars.
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching
Man,
the top
Incineroar was the biggest
ASAP,
pain in Smash
but
Brothers, dog.
Charizard wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Harsh lesson, but one he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on the field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Seismic Toss! The
While solar beam explodes on impact, it explicitly absorbs sunlight from his beam. And in episode 31, Diglett is said to pull his head underground faster than light speed. Oh, word? Oh, jeez. Moving on.
People's Elbow of Pokemon. Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space.
Professor Oak's Pokemon Holocaster is referenced by James, I guess, in XY, episode 92. In both episode 5 and 86, these episodes and segments are shown to be broadcasted on TV, proving them canon.
Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit world.
Oh,
Whoa, what?
Mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit world.
Oh, and Pikachu cleared a storm as wide as an island. Gotta catch 'em all. Surfetch,
Brother.
Butterfree, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad,
Great experience in the underworld. That was
New
out of
regions
nowhere.
soar
What
new
the heck?
flying types like Pidgeot. On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Piplup.
You want physical? Look at Ash. This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree?
And then
he
Ash is a
shifted
different
like it
breed
was
for
nothing.
real.
Ash can choose his own hands if he wants, and
Look
he does
at
a
this
lot.
brother.
Maybe his secret is watching the Minnesota Vikings.
Resilience is the bare minimum to HMO1 cut it in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and Psychic. Yep, That Mr. Mime, the stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home. Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura.
Okay.
It's a life force
We
that
wanna
interacts with
go
souls
deeper
and
into
links
that
Ash with Lucario.
This Jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres. And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been handy at the Safari Zone when
Whoa,
Ash
what the heck?
accidentally caught 30 Tauros. And he keeps hugging them. Ash, they're bulls.
Brother, what are you
Genuinely
doing, dog?
loves his little guys. But boy, does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again. Kid,
That's
just turn the
crazy.
hat backwards and lock in.
Ash's strength is not in battle theory, but his nurtured bonds. He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone. With Greninja, Ash learned to synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him
I remember that
into
form.
Ash Greninja.
It comes with a huge
I still don't know
power
how that
increase,
works.
but there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. Vast
Oh.
low price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. And just a normal Gardevoir can conjure black holes.
Ash's Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world.
Ash and his Pokemon resisted mind control thanks to their bonds. James and Kay similarly escaped Malamar's control, the strongest hypnotic Pokemon. Ooh. I feel like one of Yu-Gi-Oh's monsters might do that, but I was thinking about like Ash and Ash Greninja. So if one monster just kind of just wipes him out, would Ash be dead? Like that's it? No conscience whatsoever. I mean, it could be possible, you know. Just thinking.
From Lysander, who tried to kill all life. They fought the giants. The Reggie kind, not the New York ones. Who halted Regigigas, who can tow
Ooh.
entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Oh, don't get me started on Alon. Ash
Hold on,
did
hold on,
everything
hold
right,
on.
but no, Greninja still
But
lost
I'ma
to his
wait
Charizard after
for-
only
I'ma
getting
wait
hit
till after
3
Yu-Gi-Oh.
times. How does Blastburn beat it on Alon? Ash did everything right, but no, Greninja still lost to his Charizard after only getting hit 3 times. How does Blastburn beat Water Shuriken? Get your type
dang.
choice right, poor kids.
Boomstick, 4 kids weren't even around anymore.
How does
when
that
this
even
aired.
work elemental-wise,
Regardless, after
though?
his loss at
Like-
Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train. And thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Kaiju Gengar! He haunts foes with G-Max Terror, or even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a power ring, some JoJo poses, and Thunderbolt will evolve into
10 million volt Thunderbolt! This Rainbow Lightning is their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked.
Hey.
Absorb electricity? Cooked. Fused with an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another dimension are nothing to him. Naganadel is a poisonous
Crazy
sniper,
work.
and Solgaleo is basically the Sun God, a legendary Pokemon whose sun
Okay, Blast Team Rocket almost every episode. Yep. Thunder obliterated most of Triangle Rock, exceeded Conway and Clembot's calculation, so Galio can light up the universe. Pikachu helped hold Dialga's Roar of Time. Ash and his Pokemon dodged light speed attacks. So Ash got speed, obviously, and Ash might got strength too, physically, cause oh my god. Won the Orange League, the Manalo Conference, and the World Coronation Series. Defeated Gary, Brandon, Paul, Kukui, Iris, Wallace, Steven, Cynthia, and Leon. Oh my god. Oh man, it's like a long series. I may get into that, but Triangle Rock obliterated most of it. Hold on, let me check that out real quick. Triangle Rock. Man, I'm getting nothing here. Is that Triangle Rock? Okay. Let me see if there's something else I gotta research here. Oh boy. Calculations. You already know that. Okay. Moving on.
Steel Strike lights up the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you later,
crazy.
Gary.
In fact, when Ash and friends band together, they can halt Dialga's Roar of Time. And Dialga literally controls the concept of time. Is there a legendary Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu.
Arceus?
So it was gonna
Arceus?
end with Pikachu. In the
Or
Tournament
Ash
of
befriended
Champions
him too.
and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free! 4 kids, let my boy win! Yes!
Sure. Ash did his best, and he had
Yeah,
no
he
regrets.
finally did it.
Now free to hand over his torch to new bright-eyed trainers.
Ash realized that, to him, a Pokemon Master was someone who was friends with every Pokemon. So
It's the
he and
friends along the
Pikachu
way.
threw a stick in the air and walked the way it landed, because in the world of Pokemon, the journey continues.
What do you mean? We continue.
If you want to travel the world like Ash or look as rad as Yugi, then we've got the threat.
Okay. Sponsorship. Let me skip all that. Crowd. All right. Yugi.
Many a theorist have tried to solve the mystery of ancient Egypt. What was the secret to such a glorious civilization?
Time travel? The divine hand? Aliens? Nah, they were gamers.
Egyptians played games. With sorcery,
Gamers?
these magical ceremonies punished dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow Game.
No, Wiz, they were banished to the Shadow Realm. Wink.
Sadly, the way of the Shadow Games was lost across time and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It's said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil, and in the modern day, Yugi Moto reassembled it and wished for a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid.
Whoa, 18? Talk about Yami Yugi? Because from the looks of it, this brother younger than that. Hold on. Okay, Okay, Champion of Duelist Kingdom in Battle City, King of Games, Duel Monsters, Toys, Hamburgers, Leather, Games, Puzzles, Solomon, Yami, friends with... Okay.
Helped run his grandpop's game shop.
But little did he know that completing the puzzle would link his spirit to an ancient pharaoh.
Yami, always willing to lend Yugi a hand, and always on demon time while doing so.
Oh, yeah.
He's anime Jigsaw. Yami wants to play a shadow game.
Whether it's Griddle Air Hockey, Mario Party with Chloroform, or the game that would take his world and ours by storm, Duel Monsters.
It's a summoner's war. Time to send monsters to the
time to
graveyard
duel.
and take your foe down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO Seto Kaiba, Yugi knew it was time to knock him down the only way he knows how, playing a children's card game.
And for his L, Kaiba was given a penalty game. Lose or cheat against Yami at your own peril. With the puzzle, Yami can punish you in some serious...
Okay, so Dark Yugi, Spirit of an Ancient Pharaoh, resides in the Millennium Puzzle, puzzle abilities, barriers, clairvoyance, illusions, penalty games, probability manipulation, monster summoning, shadow game, sealing, and telepathy. Jeez.
seriously messed up ways. Illusions of being set on fire, swapping your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
The Millennium Puzzle does far more than force hallucinations. It brings monsters to reality, forms barriers, manipulates probability, and
Ash and the
seals away
Pokemon
spirits.
tank
You
that?
can't buy this.
Others have used the penalty games at will to incapacitate victims, but Yami doesn't resort to them unless he wins a game or catches cheating. Ooh.
And 6 other Millennium items are juiced up by ghosts.
Despite Yami's retribution, Yugi wasn't aware of this darker half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and some seriously hardcore LARPing, Yugi and Yami learned each other's shtick and made the dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey, Yugi and Yami were ready for anything.
Because Yugi had a great early deck. Monsters for offense, spells for effects, and traps for setups. Oh, and Exodi... Oh
Yeah.
There they go.
Man, I remember that. It was
Yugi's
such a,
deck is
that was such a
good.
hater,
Why isn't
dog.
it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my 2,000 card deck.
Don't be too quick to judge.
Okay.
Yugi's...
Oh, my lord. Okay, so Alpha, Beta, Gamma, the Magnet Warrior, Beaver Warrior, Curse of the Dragon, Dark Magician, Pharaoh M, Gaia the Fierce King, Gazelle, Giant Soldier of Stone. You know, I'm like, yada yada yada. Do 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 do. Crazy, absolutely crazy.
A very clever strategist. His style works best at maximizing the use of so-called terrible cards.
Yeah, cool story.
And Egyptian gods too. And fusion monsters?
Whiz, but what's he gonna do about the 3 blue eyes Kaiba's got aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have him multiply. With a 1,000 strong meat shield, a dragon's breath is a gentle breeze.
Well, okay. Didn't know
Hey!
Yugi had that dog in him. But I'm about brute force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick, nasty swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning. And the Giant Soldier of Stone can destroy moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or rewinds a local area.
Yugi gave Time Wizard to Joey, but has used it in his deck, such as in the novel Automatic Giant.
Of time, turning monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand, Dark Magician, and his apprentice, Dark Magician Girl.
Both are masters of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting magic cylinder. Now that's thinking with portals.
There's support monsters too. Catapult Turtle is a bot with a cannon that literally launches other monsters. And when Yugi comboed it with Gaia and Swords of
Freaking
Revealing Light,
Blazoid
which
over
immobilizes
here. What the
monsters,
heck?
they brought down an entire fortress. Wait, that's not how the card game works.
A
Is he
fortress?
cheating?
What?
We're prioritizing the manga and anime over anything else, which can differ from the real-world card game.
Yugi also has tons of spell cards.
Oh, jeez.
Monster Reborn
I'm not
resurrects
even
a
gonna go
fallen
through all
friend.
that.
Turn Jump is a time.
You know what? Yes, I will. Bounce, brain control. So that's gonna be useless. Dispel. And these are spells. So what's up with the blades and the swords for? For like other monsters to use? Probably. Multiplier, I already know that. Monster replace. Okay. Ragnarok. Soul Taker. And that's already got a Pokemon that takes souls to the spirit world. So, oh boy. Twin box, turn, jump. Okay.
Skip, and Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2 more cards like Pot of Greed, which lets him draw 2 more cards like...
If things get dicey, he has more trap cards
God,
to
ain't
level the
this
field.
war? Oh wow. This might be a long fight. This might be. Time seal. Oh boy. Okay.
Like Dimension Sphinx, which reflects damage directly back at the opponent's life points.
And if his monsters and life points get wiped, he can just press Ctrl-Z with Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi
Oh,
and Yami's
word.
teamwork, and nothing could stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator, Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So
the
in their
dude's
duel,
in
Yugi and Yami kept
Mortal?
swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the Mind Reader
That is
was
smart.
stumped.
That is smart.
Yeah,
I
they
flew along
cheated.
with
No,
you.
Pegasus was reading their minds. Regardless, Yugi and Yami are an excellent dueling pair. Yami trusts Yugi to improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
They're not just smart. These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty runback against his rival.
Salt only surpassed by Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who wanted the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon, Ra, the God Phoenix, and Obelisk, who strikes with the power of infinity.
This was a different ball game altogether, but Yugi was starting to stand on his own 2 feet.
So Yami and Yugi kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end. Or stop bullying Joey. But to claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and Yami had to face them in duels. pulling off some ridiculously high IQ plays.
When battling Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the god's limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods, which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Mid-tier cards aren't pushovers. Darkhold Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
Several feats use holographic monsters, but these monsters and their abilities became real without alteration through Millennium items, Kaba, Dual Disc, Feat 3, etc., making such feats... Oh, man, it's... So not... Okay, so, in Pokemon, there is like 2 Pokemons that control space and time. But there are monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! That does so much more than that. And the Dark Magicians can just surpass the Egyptian gods. Boy, okay, moving on.
But at the top would be the great evil god Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy, Ba, which manifests as Ka, or a spirit. When used in tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will dual monsters into reality, even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the cards.
I knew it! He's been cheating all this time! He doesn't just make up rules, he's stacking his deck!
Not at all. For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed. It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5Ds.
Okay, well, I'd be the king of games too if I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever. Yami rediscovered his Egyptian past, his multiple lifelong bonds, and his real name, Atem. Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the Egyptian god cards to summon Harakti, the creator of light.
She's the ultimate dual monster who banished Zork in all of his scary darkness for good. The epitome of screw you.
Okay, so dodge light speed lasers, light created a multiverse. Ash, brother. Okay. Atom blocked a full power blast from Zork. Overcame Pegasus' mind reading and other tricks, and Dragon Master Knight caused the blast that was visible from space. Destroyed the Millennium Ring as it enveloped all existence in darkness. Won Duel's Kingdom, Battle City, and other tournaments. Defeated Pegasus, Maverick, Darts, Dark Bakura, Kaiba, Agami, Zorg, and Atem himself. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna move on.
I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light. Judgment had passed. Across many duels, evil was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post-game boss duel between Yugi and Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic.
Upon relearning his name, Atem gained full control of the gods. Should the situation arise, he can call on her power again. Dude.
And bittersweet. Yugi had grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed Atem's help to be his bolder half.
Even when Atem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay, it should have been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous. You're so cool.
Yugi moved on to a career in game design and passed the torch to future duelists. He would be remembered as the greatest duelist there ever was.
Except to Kaiba, who tried to ascend to the afterlife to rematch Atem. Goes to
Whoa,
show you
what?
that money can't buy you happiness, but it sure can buy you a sweet rocket ship.
There will always be another story, another duel, another game. and you won't find yourself a better opponent than the king of games.
Okay. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Got a lot of trump cards in his sleeve. So many effects, spells, monsters. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Got that in terms of... how do I put this? I don't know. Parties. In terms of... Like... Man, how can I put this? He has a lot of monsters. Yugi has a lot of monsters, so he has that one. So Ash and Yugi are equal in terms of speed. Though Ash, his strategy was kind of incalculable by like the smartest robots ever. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Can just literally has the control of a guide that freaking created a multiverse or something like that. And Ash, like he befriended like the time and space Pokemons. That ain't nothing compared to the light guide that created Yu-Gi-Oh's universe. Like, dang. Oh man, this might be a hard one. I'm not trying to like beat right on a specific person. Jesus, okay. Yeah, it exceeded the calculations. It light up the universe. I think one of Yu-Gi-Oh's monsters was seen from space. Let me see. Visible from space. Yeah, and that was Dragon Master Knight. So Galio light up the universe, so, but I can't depend on only that, so, dang. But Ash never went up against people that had, like, crazy abilities like mind reading and like, gods. He went up against, like, time and space Pokemon, sure, but, oh my god. Oh, jeez. Okay. Man, there was only so much to learn at this point. I'm not even going to root for one of them. Yeah, I'm not going to root for any of them. I mean, I like Pokemon more than Yu-Gi-Oh, but still. Hey, yeah, I wish you would make me. So, yeah. But... No. Say something. Jesus. Okay. Sponsorship 2, we get it already. Moving. Alright.
Set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating this as a real-time fight, much like typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to battle!
Duel! Alright! Oh. And referencing the Pokemon Red and Blue intro, that is tough.
Get different channel lineups for every
Right
TV
when the
lover
battle
in your
got to
household
start,
in
that
one
ad
place.
is move out.
You okay, Pikachu? This 4-on-4 is tricky. Hang in there!
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to
4,000.
boost my attack. And I set one card face down to end my turn.
Whoa. Okay, guys, it's our turn now. Pikachu, throw him up with quick attack. Everyone else, back him up.
It might be a long battle. You got Pokemon to fight a magician?
Thunderbolt!
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card. Rise! Dimension Space!
My trump card! Whoa! Hold up, some 2D bits? Hold on! Dang.
Oh, I get it. Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
Them all. Oh, the Bulls! Oh, he brought the whole squad. They all pulled up. Better be good.
Charizard, I choose you!
Alright, Charizard! Oh! Oh, the duplicators. To the war. Crazy first time. Lucario. Whoa, transform early? Transform already? It hasn't been like 2 minutes? Oh, he took out the duplicate. Whoa. Oh! I don't know all the monsters from Yu-Gi-Oh, so don't tell me that's one of the Egyptian gods already. Oh, who you got? Oh, Gengar. Gengar! Y'all got voted by appliances? Mind control? I think that's what's happening. Oh. Greninja! Ass Greninja! Oh! Dang, not a 250!
Don't worry, it's my turn now.
Ash it. Look at the game, though!
I just need to believe in the heart of the cards.
Don't tell me he's gonna whip out the god or the Egyptian gods? Oh, the magicians. Oh. And the gods.
Who's that Pokemon?
Haruxi! Goddess of
And use them.
This is it! Magician! Flash burning magic! Haruxi! Joser!
Oh, boy. They gotta use everybody now. Oh no! Freeze everybody!
Pikachu, let's finish this. Together!
Oh! The Z-Boom! Oh. Okay.
You activated my trap card! Magic Cylinder! With it, I'll send
Oh.
your Thunderbolt back to attack your life points directly!
No! No way!
That was an awesome duel, Ash.
Wow! That's insane! You activated my trap card!
Oh, my childhood. Whiz, quick! I need your tears. We can save him.
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience, strategy, and monsters.
Strategy. Okay. Wait, okay. Monsters. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a lot of monsters compared to Ash. Like, in terms of, like, monsters, spells, like, effects, all that jazz. And... jeez. You know what? I'm just gonna keep watching.
Starting with
Ah,
experience,
jeez, man.
both Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
But Ash traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often. And despite what people say, he wins a lot.
Even Atem's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale, since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience.
Okay.
But when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's skilled at improvisation and using the environment to win. Even machines cannot comprehend his tactics.
Yeah, there you go.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters.
Oh, yeah, they
at
defeated
exploiting
Pegasus, who
weaknesses,
can read
setting up
minds.
tricks, and surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to each
activated my
other's
truck
unpredictability,
card.
so a Dark Horse
I
style
love that
win
line.
was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real.
Gengar's original trainer claimed that he causes misfortune, but this is false. Gengar only method of cursing is his curse body ability. Atem can bend fate in defeating an opponent with supernaturally good luck. Okay.
And Yugi is determined to support his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has aura, but he never mastered it. And specialties like Mega Evolution and Gigantamax, while awesome, only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses
It is unlikely Ash's Pokemon could overcome Yugi's attack disabling and redirectional cards. Pokemon moves are affected by Disable, and Team Rocket's Wobbuffet regularly reflects Ash's attack. This includes Z moves, which has been overpowered by such as Guzma's Golisopod. Okay.
offense far more than support, Yugi could control the pace of the fight with cards like Swords of Revealing Light and Magic Cylinder.
But I know some of you are asking, what if Ash threw hands? The kid's strong enough to chuck trees and lift baby gods.
I don't think that
Just
could
punch
work
him,
like
man.
that would.
Well, Yugi's similarly tough, and the Millennium Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusion.
Ash could attempt to destroy Yugi's card or dual disc, but Yugi has too many defenses for him to reliably do so. Yugi also requires neither to summon monsters.
And mess with minds. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd be Mewtwo all over again.
It's a close call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
So it all comes down to the monsters. Yugi had a slightly larger pool of monsters, but Ash's can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down
Yu-Gi-Oh!
meteors,
Can control a
compete with
freaking
larger
god!
black holes, and even the
He can control a god. Freaking Yugi over here. What? Okay. So Ash struggled against Dialga, Palkia, Mewtwo, and Lugia's during journeys. Cynthia's guard chomp had her Draco meter easily stopped by Palkia's spatial rend. Even with generous scaling and favorable interpretations of Ultra Space, Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse is infinite and contains dimensionally transcendent spaces like the afterlife, Pranaram, etc., surpassing Pokemon's cosmology. Okay. That does make sense. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! is so different compared to Pokemon. There's so much.
scale to glow
My
Neos,
head
destroying
hurts
that relativity
again.
field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field. Ash's
Attack
strength
spells.
was also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, relying only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more psychic barriers. If
In Mystery Dungeon, a Gengar resurrected by someone pulling their soul out of the afterlife. Ash's Gengar has never displayed this ability. Yugi has ways to stopping resurrection, including banishment and soul destruction. Yeah, this would also stop Ash from resurrecting with Rainbow Wing. Oh, so that's what it does. Okay.
he lost Lucario, no more Mega Evolution. And so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had. And he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He doesn't carry revives on him, And even then, reviving Pokemon in the anime is entirely different from the games. Meanwhile, Yugi had cards like Mirage Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall powers he's lost.
And he can, you know...
An alternate version of Ash appears in Pokemon Master EX. Including scaling wouldn't surpass Yugi's best feats and would suggest Yugi should get Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Link scaling, which expands his options even more. Even with... So Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's clearly a W for Yu-Gi-Oh! If Duel Link scales can expand his own. Okay.
Band Fate to draw whatever card he wants, and we didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the right moment to knock Ash stone cold.
That was a good attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's Pharaoh, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto.
Okay. More fights are coming? Alright! More death battles, alright! Stay tuned for 26, alright! Oh, I can't wait to see who they got, but... Oh man, let's check these comments. Since I already know the Pokemon meat writers are just... just whining in the comments right now. Being the bane of people's existence, even in death battle. Yugi's Shadow was a nice reference to... Okay. Oh, word. Okay. The fight felt more ludicrous fanfic I've ever seen. Yeah, it really was. 3 sponsors. Hey. Just put all that in the description. Jeez. Or just put it at the end of the episode or something. I don't even know. Yugi also fight a multiversal being. Alright, Ash boys, time. It's been fun, but time to pack it up. Yeah, cause Yugi's different, really. And yeah, I should have known that from the very beginning, though. But still, I was on neutral, and you can't make me either. Okay, it's time for the death battle. Okay, I love what you about to say duel. That would have been a cool reference. Winning the entire duel last second with Magic Cylinder or so Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, you should already know this already when it comes to Yugi. He always saved the best for last. Already know this, especially with the magicians though. Glad they respected normal Yugi. He's one of the best Etem of them all. Okay. Boom said the same thing after the Pokemon Lost versus Digimon. Crazy, really. You activated my trap card. And yeah, that really got me shocked. Magic Cylinder, it's like a reversal. And when and especially when Ash was using that millions of volts, it's that the fight's already over. Fight's already over. God dang. This is one of the few death battles where I didn't care who wins. Yeah, same here, brother. But I haven't seen any meat writers yet, and I'm not trying to go through all that comment section, so yeah. Ash versus Yugi. That was good. Yeah, that was really good. So, with that, Phil Legend, signing off. Good day.